Hello everyone, I'm Vitalia and welcome back to Hold Up. Today we're thrilled to have a very special guest right from the heart of our bilingual center. We're sitting down with the driving force behind our EMI program development, and he's here to share his expert insights and take us deeper into the world of EMI. 今天我们有请特别嘉宾来帮我们回答一些关于 EMI 的问题。
Thank you, Vitalia. It's good to be here. My name is Mark Spahn, and I'm fortunate enough to be the EMI program developer here at KNU.
So, Mr. Mark,
Sure.
Can you explain what EMI is?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great place to start. So, EMI stands for English Medium Instruction, and simply put, EMI is using English to teach academic subjects other than English itself in countries where the first language isn't English.
I see. How does EMI differ from traditional language learning approaches?
Other language acquisition approaches, they focus more on specific and explicit language goals, whereas EMI focuses on the learner's development of the subject or course's disciplinary content.
I see. Now let's talk about EMI at Kainan University. What is the status of EMI programs at KNU?
The status of EMI programs at KNU is quite active. So last semester, 12 courses were taught using EMI, and this semester, 8 more will be added. So,
Interesting. How has the implementation of EMI at Kainan University evolved?
the evolution of EMI at KNU, I would say, has its roots in the Taiwanese government's official initiative for the country to be bilingual by 2030. And from there, Miss Irene Young, the director of KNU's Bilingual Education Promotion Center, she recognized the value of adding EMI courses at KNU to achieve that goal. And since then, under her guidance, we've opened an EMI consultation center. We've developed an SOP for EMI courses that will be taught. We've got monthly professional development workshops for professors and TAs. We've crafted a resource cache with a handbook. There's an online support group for EMI instructors, and we've started several action research projects as well.
Okay. Are there any specific departments or courses at Kainan University that prioritize EMI, and if so, which ones?
It's a good question. I would say that all of our departments here consider EMI a priority. Specifically, right now, courses in business management, health, music, and more. They're all ready right now to implement EMI into their classes.
Now let's talk about student experience and learning. How do students at Kainan University typically adapt to EMI courses?
It's a good question. The students are adapting well. I think there's quite a bit of interest in EMI among the students here at KNU, and their average English proficiency is quite high, so they can settle into EMI coursework pretty quickly.
Okay. What challenges do students face when taking courses taught in English, and how do they overcome them?
I would say one of the challenges in general would be vocabulary. So while the average proficiency might be high, the EMI course content is going to introduce them to English terminology that they're likely to be unfamiliar with because it's specific to that particular area of study. So to overcome a challenge like that, all the usual strategies for academic success apply to EMI. So things like peer-to-peer study groups, those are encouraged, utilizing online resources, language apps such as Duolingo, for example, all of that, yeah.
Okay. Can you share any success stories or positive outcomes from students who have taken EMI courses at Kainan University?
I think every student who leaves Kainan confident in their ability to enter the job market, whether that's Taiwan or abroad, or incorporate English proficiency with the knowledge and skills that they've acquired from their major, would be considered a success story.
That's true. Now let's talk about support systems and resources. What kinds of support systems or resources does Kainan University offer to students enrolled in EMI courses?
Well, we've worked hard to ensure that all EMI course students have access to excellent support. Our TAs are well trained and they're eager to assist students in any way they need.
Okay. Are there any tutoring, language workshops, or other assistance programs available for students who are struggling with EMI classes?
That's a great question. Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned, our fabulous resources for any struggling student. They're really the bridge between student and professor. They're the key to that synergy. Aside from the TAs, EMI workshops for students are currently in development and should be starting next semester.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about faculty, from a faculty perspective.
Sure.
What are the benefits of teaching courses in English at Kainan University?
I think as any educator will tell you, if it's good for the student, then that's the most important thing. And EMI is good for the student. So many of our students, they aspire, as you know, to study, work, maybe even live abroad one day. And English is the global lingua franca at present. So having strong English proficiency in terms of communicating efficiently within their field, that's going to be crucial to their success in the future. In that sense, I'd say the benefits from a faculty perspective are that they, as educators, have contributed not only to ensuring the Taiwanese government meets its bilingual goal, but they've also equipped the next generation with the tools they need to achieve their dreams on a global scale.
What challenges do instructors face when delivering EMI courses, and how are these addressed?
I'd first say that all the professors at KNU are exceptional. They're all incredible instructors. One of the challenges they might face is acclimating to an all or near all English environment. To overcome that, incorporating a tool such as translanguaging would be, I think, sufficient.
Okay, now let's talk about the future of EMI at Kainan University.
Great idea.
What are the plans for EMI at Kainan University?
The plan is to keep growing. Simple as that. Keep moving, slow and steady, push forward.
I see. Are there any expansions or changes expected in the coming years?
Yes, without a doubt. We plan to continue adding EMI courses to serve more of our students' needs. There are plans for more professional development programs, as well as expansion of TA training, just to name a few.
That's nice. Now, our final question. How does Kainan University measure the success of its EMI programs?
Well, there are a number of different ways that we assess our EMI programs, but to put it simply, we measure success by student achievement. So if our students meet their academic goals and improve their English while doing so, then we know we're on the right track.
That's nice. Okay. Now, that wraps up our discussion on our EMI programs. A big thank you to Mr. Mark for his insights, and to all of you for joining us today. Don't miss our next episode of Hold Up for moving forward and have more exciting topics. And until then, we'll see you next time.